live too, by the way.
To the website or to the page. Yeah. All right, so hi everyone. This is our lovely armor with foam panel with ICA, the Indiana Cosplay Association. I'm Jacqueline. I am the vice president. Some of you guys just totally stayed, and that's so awesome. You guys are so cute. I actually. That's fine.
We're on
She's
to you.
cute. It's okay. I don't know anything about armor. Okay, I don't build things. So I am sitting here asking real life questions that you guys are probably real life thinking. I obviously do cosplay a lot, but I ask people to get my props done if I need them. And that's what these two guys are here for. Well, and lady, obviously. Because they kill it. And they make these things themselves, and they're awesome, and I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I've been cosplaying for about 7 or 8 years now. That's the third time that I've said that today. But anyways, I started cosplaying because I worked at GameStop, and I would dress up for midnight launches, and then it just kind of rolled into cosplaying for conventions and going to conventions. So yeah. Now for Jerry, the star of the show.
I'm Jerry Rowe. I've been cosplaying, actually dressing up and stuff for about 5 to 6 years, and I've built stuff before that. So I primarily call myself more of a prop builder than I am a cosplayer. I like cosplaying, but primarily I like to build.
So if you guys do have any questions, just kind of raise your hands, and you can always throw us, whatever you got at us. We're not going to necessarily wait till the end. It's not a big, huge deal. But, hey.
If you've never done this before, where's a good place to start?
Yeah.
Good resources, and just where do you start?
Killing it right out the gate. I like it.
You can never say no. Google.
Yes.
Google fixes everything. A good place to start, of course, is first find what you want to cosplay. Okay, and if it comes down to armor, if it's an armored thing, or props, or cloth, or depending on what you're wanting to cosplay, is going to depend on what materials you're working with. Primarily, like I said, I call myself a prop builder. I like to build objects. Weapons, mainly, are what I build. Weapons and armor, like that over there. Now, when it comes to sewing, no, I don't do that so much.
We all have our places. It's okay. We all have our talent.
My cape over there, it doesn't have a single stitch in it. I use the heat stitch on all of it because I can't sew for crap. I can build armor, but I can't sew. So that's me.
Good. I have something over you. Glad.
Well, you can style wigs too. So.
Yeah, and wigs.
I'm hair impaired, so
I got you. Next time you need it.
I'll be Armored Diva.
Armored Diva.
Put my shoulder pads on, okay? Get into my mech suit.
Here,
Be like
I got you.
Power Suit Diva.
Yes.
Very much so.
But mainly, to answer your question, it's really going to depend on where you're wanting to start and what material you're going to work with.
Well, and how big you're wanting to go, I guess, would kind of probably help too.
Well, the nice thing, especially with armor and armor pieces and things like that, you can start off with some cool gloves, which, these literally take no time to build. They're very simple. To, okay, now I'm adding a chest piece. Now maybe, after I wear this to a con a little bit, I'll go, well, maybe I'm going to tackle some legs for it. And then you'll add. That's the good thing about it. It's you can start out small and work your way up from it as you get more comfortable with it. So.
For starting out small, like he was saying, I'm sorry, the easiest thing that you can do is you're not going to build this deluxe set like Jerry has here, okay, in your first go. That's something that I had trouble with realizing. I did not make these right off the bat. As a matter of fact, I had 3 failed attempts. Broke my heart each time, but you know what? You have to keep trying. The thing that I started with was craft foam. Walmart, $5, you get a whole pack. There's like 25 things of it. Buy yourself an X-Acto knife, $3. X-Acto knives, box cutters are good, and then just start measuring things out. Test like how certain, like for instance, for me, the trouble that I had with, I guess, visualizing a piece was, how do I get a shoulder pad to fit on my shoulder as far as the measurements for it? How do you measure that? That's when you definitely look into Google, YouTube, every tutorial that you can. Get different ideas from those. I did not follow one. I tried. I very much so tried to follow one, YouTube how-to with craft foam or Eva foam or whatever, and do it to a T. It won't work. It generally doesn't work all the time, or to that extent as far as perfection. Get different ideas and then kind of perceive it as your own, cut it out, and test with it. It's definitely something that you have to test with, especially if you are first trying out with it. It can be frustrating sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, and once you start to, and it pieces together like, hey, okay, if I measure this way and I cut it out this way, then it comes out okay. Let me add to this. Let me add details, that sort of thing. So
it's always a learning process.
Yes.
Even when you get to a higher level, you learn. I learn something every project I do. I learn something new. A new technique, I can make it faster. I can do it better. I can do it with less scrap. So you're constantly learning. So don't be afraid to fail for one. Just try.
Yeah.
Just go out and do it. And if you fail, it's foam. You haven't lost a lot.
Right.
You're out $10. Try again. So that's the best way we can answer that. So yeah, you had a question.
Yeah, I'm very ignorant about this. So what is EVA foam?
EVA foam is a closed cell foam. Or sorry, it's technically an open cell foam, but
it's more compact.
Yeah, it's a dense particle foam.
You guys have an example that you could feel?
There are what they
Technically,
call
yes.
craft foams,
Okay.
and those are more of a closed cell foam.
This is craft foam, okay?
Yeah.
It's generally thinner. It is more flexible. It's very lightweight. Easy to form, however, the downside to craft foam is that it does not generally keep its shape. This, of course, this is after being moved and being out in 90-degree weather, but you can get it to hold its shape. However, you have to go through a lot of wood glue, a lot of compact glues to keep its shape. It's just all about time with that. For this, from painting it, from getting the detail pieces